Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that one of our admin received, and the translation, it reads like this. I am 36 and I am childless. My spiritual husband is a Tokoloshe. My father is the one who gave me all of these problems that I am facing. The only difficulty that I am facing right now is that whomever who tries to assist me, that person will get so much bad luck in their life, so much that they would rather walk away than helping me. There have been a lot of people from the community where I am currently staying who have assisted me, those that are spiritual, those that have tried to fast for me, to pray for me. But I started to notice this when I was still in university. There was this other guy. He was someone who wanted to marry me, and he was a very prayerful man. And each and every time when I would tell him that we are not supposed to continue with this relationship, because I used to receive some spiritual warnings in my dreams. Like at the time when I was still staying at the student res, I stayed with this other girl, so we had a fitted wardrobe. This wardrobe, it used to open late at night, sometimes when I will be studying, and I will feel as if I'll be paralyzed whilst my roommate will be sleeping on the bed, unable to move, unable to scream or to do anything. Then that Tokoloshe will come out of the wardrobe, because we used to keep the tissues, the toilet tissues, in one of the drawers. Like, we did not have a very big room, so everything was cramped in together. So I would see a roll of a tissue, like literally walking, and when it would have fallen on the floor, then it would be transformed and it will become sort of like a funny creature, funny looking but scary creature that would approach me. It will start to lick my thighs, and I would feel that it is making love to me. I would even see its manhood, which was black and full of things that I could not understand, that were whitish on the manhood. And after that, then it will disappear. When I would check down there, I used to put a pillow on the chair that I'll be seated on when I'll be studying. That pillow would be soaking wet with men's semen. Whenever this thing will produce, it will like produce semen that would even fill a water glass each and every time. And the pain that I used to feel in my uterus after that sexual spiritual encounter, it was so painful, so much that it is hard for me to explain. So my dad was the source of my problems, and I would get those warnings. I told my boyfriend at university that he was not supposed to do this. Guess what? The guy ended up dropping out of university because he became so depressed, so much that he could not continue anymore, and he dropped out. This guy was very prayerful. Everyone was shocked to learn that the guy was now taking drugs and drinking alcohol like no man's business. I thought that eventually it would all go away, but I'm still facing that same situation. I am 36, I have no children, no husband, no peace, even though I am working. Any man who has ever tried to love me either died, even went mad, lost everything. I have stopped trying to explain to people, how do you tell someone that your father acknowledged that he is a Tokoloshe, that he cannot control anymore, and that Tokoloshe is the source of all of your problems, yet he is making money and he refuses to go and throw it away. He says that he does not want to go and throw it away because that is where our money does come from, and it is very difficult. There are people, sometimes when I start to speak with them, they would want to know everything about these Tokoloshes, but in time, those people would not want to hear anything. When they will see that them listening to my story and trying to assist me, it end up affecting them financially and spiritually. So my father, he is a respected businessman. He owns several bottle stores. He can even donate to to different churches. He owns taxis as well. So I was 7. You won't even believe it. I was 7 when I got my first period. It was too early. Way too early. I didn't even know what it was. I thought that I was about to die. I remember screaming. I was in my bed when that happened, thinking that maybe I was going to bleed to death. My mom came, stood there frozen, whilst my father came in and he said, so it has begun, like he was unashamed, and came and he opened my legs and he looked at my mother. In my mother, I saw that there were tears that were flowing from her face. Unfortunately, my mom has since passed away. After that, I stopped sleeping well. I would wake up sweating. My legs would get sore and I would develop some blisters underneath my feet, as well some scratches between my legs. I would hear things that would be laughing in the dark, and there was this always smell foul in my room at all the times, and my dad used to say that it was moisture. There was a time when I was at university, so we did not close the window properly. It was just a little bit of a space that we had left. It was late at night, maybe somewhere around past 11 at night. My friend was fast asleep. The light was still on. When I looked to the window, I just wanted to refresh my mind, since I had been looking at the computer for a very long time. So my eyes, like, they were kind of like painful. When I looked to the window just to refresh, that was when I saw that there was a man. This man, he seemed more like a skeleton that was looking at me and smiling. That man just disappeared. When it happened, I was scared to tell my friend that I had seen a ghost or a spiritual being standing outside the window looking at me and smiling. I thought that she would say that I am crazy, so I would keep everything inside. This made me not to want to go out, not to have friends. I was always afraid of being around people because of the situations that I was facing. Later on, as I started being helped by other people who knows the things of the spirits, they said that it is what the Tokoloshes will do to you. You will lose all of your self-confidence because they do not want you to become a confident person. It was really terrible growing up. My mom herself, she was being used by my father. My mom did not even have any say what happened to her kids. Our father will even take us and drive with us to KZN, and my mom will not say anything about it. Not like going to KZN, there is something that is bad. But what used to happen is that when we would have arrived in KZN, my dad will go and leave us at this other traditional healer's house. We would spend so many nights being terrified there because we used to see some creatures that I cannot even describe. By the time that I turned 11, I was really suffering from severe nightmares. I know what it is like to be possessed by the devil, to be tormented by the devil himself. You would think that with all the spiritual encounters that I faced and being tormented by the devil, it would make me to become a very prayerful person. But this Tokoloshe, sometimes when I would pray, it would remind me and accuse me of being a nobody, making me to lose even my self-confidence. I used to listen to the Bible, those audiobooks, and sometimes my earphones will just break off. I would buy the earphones today. When I would sleep listening to the Bible, in the morning when I would wake up, I would see that the earphone won't be working anymore. I stopped praying when I had a damaged phone, like a new phone, which was a third phone that I had bought in less than 2 months. And when I went to buy that phone, I even asked God to help me to protect the phone, for that was what I was using to at least read the Bible, to study and meditate, to listen to the word of God. But one morning when I woke up, it was me and my roommate. We wanted to wash outside because the washing machine, it was not working. I really do not know how it happened. That phone, it just fell into this other sink, because at that student rest, there was an outside sink where we used to wash when the washing machine was not working. I only got to find out about this after a couple of minutes when I had been looking for my phone. I was so heartbroken and I felt like I had to blame God for that. May He forgive me, but He did not protect me. And I got another phone and I did not download a Bible from that day to this very day. And I have never have any damaged phone again since the time when I said I am never going to install a Bible in my phone because of the spiritual attacks. And then after that, that was when I graduated at university and I started working. So when I was working, I then met this other guy. He was a loving guy, but all of a sudden, this guy, he kept on abusing me. He was alcoholic, but when we started dating, he was a good Christian man. I tried to stop dating, but then another guy came along. Some of these guys that do come to me, it's all about sex. I even tried online dating, and for me, it did not work out. Others, they say that whenever they are with me, their manhood does not work, but when they are with other women, it really works. So I got a job as a PR and I was working, and I had this other guy who was a working professional as well. This guy, when we started dating, he developed, can you imagine, he had diabetes, high blood pressure, ulcers, all these diseases, they affected him when we started dating. And he told me that he had a dream, and when he had a dream, he saw me, and then there was another man who came and stood in front of me and told him to let go of his wife, and I was the wife. And when he started fighting with that man in his dreams, that was when he said he saw that he was thrown into a river that was full of worms. When he woke up, he had a terrible headache, and then he started to get so sick. And when he went to the doctor, firstly, it was because of the erectile dysfunction that he was facing. And then that was when he was told that there were several tests that were supposed to be done on him. That was when he was told that he had ulcer, diabetes, and high blood pressure. We ended up breaking, and this guy, he got married, he has kids and a beautiful life. But when I was with him, his life was turned upside down within a very short period of time. So the life that I am living currently, it does not make any sense. I have bad dreams, painful periods. Sometimes I even feel like it is better to die. I really do not know, Brother Nashi. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was forwarded to me by one of our admin, and then she did send another message, and she said, I once tried to be prayed upon by this other pastor, but this pastor was scared to hold my head when he was praying for me. He told me that I had been delivered. I tried to date another guy. He was 38. He was divorced. He loved me, and he said he wanted to build a future together. This guy, he passed away 2 months later. He had a stroke, got paralyzed, and then he passed away. I feel for his kids, and I feel as if I am the one to be blamed. I just need help, even if it is from a traditional healer. For all of my life, since that time when I was still a little girl, I prayed unto God, but I don't know why God is not listening to my prayers. That was another message that our sister sent to our admin. Let us try to speak with her in the comment section. She's saying that she stays in Kempton Park currently, so she is looking for anyone that can assist her. If you know a good church where she can go to, where pastors won't be afraid to pray for her. Can you imagine you have a spiritual problem such that even the pastors are afraid to pray for you, for they know that you bring bad luck to anyone who tries to help you? Hey, let us try to speak with her in the comment section.